more forward, and he is just, on the basis of what we're seeing here, and there could be feints, of course, going to be more closer to the pace than he was this time last year. Right, not much time now until our main race, the Stan James Champion Hurdle, Grade 1, the main race of the day. Let's go and join our commentator, Mike Cattermole.
Thanks, Lydia. Well, they've been called in then, walking towards the tape for a fantastic renewal of the Champion Hurdle. Countrywide Flame at the front there with Rock on Ruby and Zarkandar, and they're off and racing for the Stan James Champion Hurdle of 2013, and Rock on Ruby, the defending champion, is leading them towards the first flight, jumps at about 3 clear of Zarkandar and Countrywide Flame. Hurricane Fly's blue jacket on the outside of Grandouet, and then tucked in on the inside there, the white face of Cinders and Ashes. Binocular is held up just in front of Boulder Success, and last of all is Khyber Kim as the runners settle down into a decent rhythm. A good pace being set here by Rock on Ruby in his first time blinkers, from Zarkandar in second place. Third on the inside then is Countrywide Flame in the dark blue with the white chevron. Shadowing them, Grandouet and Hurricane Fly, Ruby Walsh in the blue, with behind these then Cinders and Ashes, Binocular towards the rear together with Boulder Success and Khyber Kim as they go to the second flight. And there was some very nifty jumping there, not though from Khyber Kim, who landed on all fours at the back of the field, but some of these are lightning over their obstacles, and Rock on Ruby is one of them. He leads by a length and a half from Zarkandar as they climb the hill then and begin to turn left-handed down the back straight. Countrywide Flame is racing in third from Grandouet. Hurricane Fly is racing fifth. Cinders and Ashes just being pushed along briefly there on that turn. Jason Maguire trying to squeeze him along, followed then by Binocular. And then comes Boulder Success, 3 or 4 lengths away to Khyber Kim as the runners head down the side of the course towards flights numbers 3 and 4, held together in front here. Rock on Ruby comes up to the third, a beautiful leap there, likewise from Zarkandar. Grandouet on the outside getting a good view of his hurdles too. Countrywide Flame close up on the inside fourth. Is Ruby just niggling maybe a little bit on Hurricane Fly? He's racing in fifth at the moment as they continue to head off towards the next flight, which is flight number 4 here. And it's Rock on Ruby, who's in a great rhythm, comes towards it next and leads over it by a length from Zarkandar. Hurricane Fly was awkward over that flight of hurdles, and he's racing just behind the leading 3 now, drifted by about 3 lengths or so. Leading 4, I should say, and he's being pushed along now, Hurricane Fly. Rock on Ruby it is then from Zarkandar, Countrywide Flame. Grandouet poised in 4th position for Barry Geraghty. Hurricane Fly trying to get into it, and Grandouet, a faller, and hampered Binocular as well, who's trying to make up ground for AP. Grandouet down at that flight. Barry Geraghty is up on his feet, and we've also lost Khyber Kim as well, I think. Boulder Success maybe it is that's probably gone. In fact, they're racing down towards the last 3 flights of the champion. Rock on Ruby, Zarkandar now being asked to try and pick up. Countrywide Flame still going well. Hurricane Fly hanging on to their shirt tails in 4th. From Binocular racing in 5th place. A long gap to Khyber Kim. It was indeed Boulder Success that fell there. Coming down then towards the second last flight in the champion. Rock on Ruby, the defending champ, leads over by 2 from Zarkandar, coming right back at him. Hurricane Fly back on the bridle again on the outside, squeezed along, comes into contention. Countrywide Flame in there pitching as well, and they've kicked 6 or 7 lengths clear then from Binocular as they come down to the second last here. Rock on Ruby in front, but Hurricane Fly is drawing alongside him now. Zarkandar back in third with Countrywide Flame, and then a gap back to Binocular and Khyber Kim racing round to the home straight, and Hurricane Fly has taken up the running, leads by a couple of lengths. Zarkandar's trying to dig deep with Rock on Ruby and Countrywide Flame, but it's the former champion Hurricane Fly who's opening up now, approaching the final flight, coming towards it now. It's Hurricane Fly, leads by 2 from Countrywide Flame in second, who's rallying. Back in third as well as Rock on Ruby, stay on up the hill. Hurricane Fly driven out to the line. Can he regain his title? He can, the second in history. Hurricane Fly is the champion hurdler again, and he beats Rock on Ruby, last year's champ. Countrywide Flame was third, followed by Zarkandar. Bit of a gap back to Binocular and Khyber Kim, who's last to finish.
The real Hurricane Fly returns to Cheltenham and regains the champion hurdle that he lost last year when third behind Rock on Ruby. He becomes the first horse since Comedy of Errors in 1975 to regain his champion hurdle crown, and he did so in fine style, despite looking a little bit of trouble early on when the pace was strong and he seemed to be struggling. But in the end, any such silliness that the idea is that he doesn't get up the hill, he doesn't stay a strongly run race, they've been dispensed with. He was magnificent there, and he has won for Ruby Walsh and Willie Mullins, a victory which will give them immense satisfaction, and it's a double for them following the win in the Supreme from Champagne Fever. Second, what a way for the champion hurdler of last season to go down on his sword fighting. Rock on Ruby was second for Noel Feely and Harry Fry, and when he was headed, he battled on up the hill as well, but he couldn't quite get to Hurricane Fly. Third was Countrywide Flame. The Triumph Hurdle winner of last year has run an absolute stormer for the John Quinn Yard. They can be extremely proud of that performance. He ran a fantastic race, Dennis O'Regan on board him, and there's another Triumph